The girl stepped over the food on the table and climbed onto it to fix the leaking pipe. Her mom yelled at her for dirtying the tablecloth, and her dad just shook his head, mocking her for wasting her time. But the girl didn't stop. The truth was, the pipe in their house had been leaking for a long time. The bucket they used to catch the water was already overflowing, flooding the entire table. Yet no one in the family seemed to care. They just kept eating happily as if nothing was wrong. Just as the girl's fingers touched the pipe, the water pressure suddenly surged, gushing out uncontrollably. Panicked, she cried for help, but her dad simply raised his glass, caught the water. Desperate, she grabbed a napkin to plug the leak, but the joint broke completely, and water flooded the floor. The fish on the table, soaking in water, started swimming again, and her little brother, amused, jumped right in after them. The girl grabbed a drumstick to stuff into the pipe, but it didn't help. She begged her parents to shut off the valve. Her mom just said, "How am I supposed to cook without water?" The water kept rising. Her brother screamed as the current swept him around. Her grandpa stayed calm, reading his newspaper, and her dad kept eating as if nothing was happening. Then her mom slipped on a plate and fell, but instead of worrying about herself, she fussed over whether the cake she'd made was still perfect. Finally, her mother and the girl's brother went up to the attic. Tears streamed down her face, as she looked back at her grandfather, still sitting motionless as the water swallowed him. At last, she pulled him up to safety too, but the water didn't stop rising. It began seeping through the attic floor. She opened the window to call for help, only to see that the world outside was no different. Houses everywhere submerged. Yet no one else seemed to care enough to escape. Maybe the most hopeless thing isn't the disaster itself, but realizing you're the only one who sees the danger coming, and there's nothing you can do to change it.